There we are. How's everyone doing? I'm going to pull up YouTube here real quick just so that I can look at the chat and stay updated with that at the same time. So just give me one secundo, and then I will get a little music going. Okay, we are live on there. Let me get a little music going, and then we will start working on what we're going to work on. Okay. Seeing how that volume is, you guys let me know how if the music's too loud or if it's not loud enough. Let me know. All right. Go ahead and pull up OBS here. Get centered. Hello. For anyone who's new, my name is Nikola Angelovich. This is Arangella. I go live every day, Monday through Friday. I guess it's not every day. Every weekday, that's Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. CST. For the past few lives, we've been working on... Hold on. All right, there. The washer was going. I had to pause it. I'm sorry, that was so loud. Okay, we've been working on a briefcase last few... Hello, Anna. We've been working on a briefcase last few times. And right now we are going to be working on the straps. So these are the body straps. So I got two of these. And we got to punch all the holes and do everything like that. And then this is the bottom part of the body strap, and this is the top part of the body strap, and so we're going to go ahead and do those as well. Anna, if you want a full view, if you go to YouTube, you type in Arangella, Arandjela, you'll see I'm live on there as well. You get a full horizontal view if you want. Okay. And also it's in my bio and everything. Coffee straight to the dome. I'm gonna switch the camera around and we are gonna get situated at the butcher block. So as long as I can do this right. There we go. Okay. I'm also playing around with my DSLR camera while I'm at it. Trying to multitask here. So we've got our punch board. I am going to go ahead and start with the body straps. So you see I've got my pattern here. So we're going to go ahead and mark and punch everything on the body straps. Let me just grab my awl here. Where is it? Ah, all right. Got our awl. We are going to go ahead . By the way, Anna, if you're still here, if you want to see the whole other process of me making this bag, I've been going live the last, this is week 2 of going live every day. And you will see on my channel, you can watch back the past lives and see what, the different steps that we've done on this bag thus far. if that interests you. Just marking the end here so that I know it's in the right spot. I think the next one I'm going to go ahead and do over on the table, so I think it's going to work better. Let's see here. Okay, so you see all the holes, and there goes the washing machine again, even though I paused it. Yeah, that's fine. So you see all the marks. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other one, and I think I'm going to just go ahead and do it over on the table. This is going to be easier, and then we're going to get to cutting and punching. Switch you on over here. Now I'm going to try my best to give you guys a good view on both platforms. Hello, Inky Dream. What's up? We're making a briefcase. If you want to see full horizontal views, go to YouTube. Links in the bio. We're live there as well. And I also have all the other ones that I've done here. Okay, so right now we're working on all the straps for the bag. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and just binder clip this to make sure that it's good and straight. Okay. And this is not flipped right way up. Oh my god. Okay, fuck the binder clips. We're gonna just do this old school. I've not checked on the YouTube yet to see if there's anyone else on there, but I will in a second. Oh, and I did just realize that my camera's still on. Hold on. Alright, I'm trying to multitask here so that I can do, like, because I want to keep making good videos for you guys on YouTube. So I'm trying to do two things at once here. Okay. Alright, so those holes are good. We are going to go ahead and just cut at either end. Okay? I just want to make sure you guys can see that on both. When you're cutting anything, especially a belt weight leather, do not be afraid to just go over with a few passes. You're gonna get a better cut and you're gonna prevent yourself from getting injured. I just want to make sure, is the music too loud? Is it good? You let me know. Okay, that's good to go. I'm gonna chop the other one here. Not too loud, I think it's good. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay, those are marked and ready to go. Now I'm going to move on back over to the other camera, and we're going to go ahead and punch these out. Now for the anything that's going to be rivets, I'm going to use my smallest punch because I want it to be as snug as possible. And for the other end that's going to be like belt holes, I'm going to go ahead and use my second smallest, because in the end I will be using smaller buckles, so I won't need quite as big of holes for it. And just to reference, that is what I'm talking about. Those are the belt holes, and then everything else on here is all rivet holes. So and I'm going to punch these holes, and then we are going to do a pointed end at both ends. Okay, got English point, and I'm going to do my best to just try and center it. Fortunately, I do not have a 1-inch English point, So I'm having to use a 1.5 inch here. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to center it. So that's the result. That's pretty centered. I can just clean up any, for the YouTube people, I can clean up any kind of rough edges here. Go ahead and do the same thing for this side, and then we'll move on to the other end. And the cool thing is that now that I've done this end, because I want both to be matching, the ends to be matching, I can go ahead and line up with the holes. Once I punch the holes on this side, I can line up the ends and just mark so that the point is exactly the same on both straps. Okay, so we got this one done. I think it looks pretty cool. And we're going to go ahead and do the other one. Okay. All right. So my goal with these live streams is basically I want to give you guys a refuge from all craziness, all the loud noise on the internet and daily life. For the average person, you know, it's just constant information and distraction and everything. And so I want to give you guys the opportunity to just slow down, spend a couple hours in the shop with me, listen to some nice music, you know, just kind of chill out, hang out, and maybe just like give your brain and your body a chance to breathe. I know for me, it's very easy to get overwhelmed by all craziness right now, especially now, just around the world and in politics and with people in general. So it's just nice, you know, for me that's what the shop is. It's a refuge from all the noise where I can just escape for a few hours and make something really cool that it's not going to scream at you for attention every 5 minutes. It's not going to buzz in your pocket. You're just going to be there whenever you want it. Something cool to look at, something cool to use. I think there's a certain beauty in that. And I love the process because it forces me to slow down, because nothing about leatherwork is fast. It's all slow and steady. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark. Oh, I've moved my ball. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark and punch. Luckily, I have just the right amount of space at either end. Okay. Both ends. I think I'm going to find some different music. This sounds pretty intense. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and mark for the other straps that I got to cut. So I'm going to move you guys over to the table again. What's up, Daniel? So happy you could make it today. Alright, I'm gonna change up music here. Copyright free. Oh yeah, it sounds much nicer. Okay. Opa. Alright, so we got some billets to cut, and we've got the other straps to cut. I'm going to go ahead and do the billets first. Okay. I'm also actually going to go ahead and record everything I was supposed to. What's up, Artisan Leatherwares? Okay. Hey, let's go! I'm glad to make your evening, man. Email me some pictures of the belt you're making when you're done. I'm very curious. The email's in like I think it's somewhere in the on the YouTube page. I think you can like see contact info if you go to like the About channel or whatever. I want to see what your work looks like. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so we're just cutting the billets out and I got 4 billets to cut out. I'm cutting out 2 with oblong holes for a belt buckle and 2 without. So I'm going to go ahead and trim everything now. Okay. All right. Do the other ones. And we're going to go ahead and get the main body strap marked as well. Okay, everything else over there. All right, so we've got our billets, right? And now this, okay, try and do this. This is what's called a shorty, which it's basically for making belts. I've got one end with all the holes, right? And the other end I've got already marked for, like you do this is called the bend back on a belt, and that's where the buckle would be. So since I've got a strap that's going to have buckle end and a tongue end, I'm going to use this guy, and it's the same width as well. So Now, I also have this, which is going to be the other end of each belt, and then this is going to bend back and rivet back into a clip. So I've got marked here belt end and tongue end. So the belt end is the short end, and the tongue end is the long end. So the long end is 40 inches. So we're going to go ahead and mark we're going to go ahead and get as close to the edge as we can here, or as close to the end of the strap as we can. And then we're going to go from there. Okay. And I know for a fact that this is long enough because I measured before I strapped it out. And now usually when you measure for a belt, the length that you want will match up with the center hole on your shorty. But in this case, since it's not actually going around someone's waist, I just have it on my pattern. I have it marked like the full length because it's not going to change. Okay, so that's all the holes. I don't know if you can, I don't know, you can't really see that. You can see it a little bit. Now I'm going to pull out my tape measure, and I'm going to measure 40 inches. And I'm going to make a mark. So I know where the other end is going to sit. And I can use a square just to know exactly where the end of this tape measure needs to be. I had it basically perfect already. Okay. So now I'm going to take my other plastic pattern piece and I'm going to just line it up on the other side. And we're going to go ahead and do the same trick with the... In fact, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the square and line it up, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and just mark a big old straight edge here. I understand you guys actually can't see that, so let me just move that in there. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so we got that mark. I can move this guy for now. Now we're just going to go ahead and line up with this piece. And I want to be absolutely sure that my piece is straight before I make any marks. Just lining it up. I'm using my cutting mat 'cause it's got a bunch of straight lines, so it's helpful when you're doing something like this. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and and it doesn't have to be, I mean, you want it to be obviously as exact as you can get it, right? But the nice thing, I think this goes for any handcrafted product, is that it's not going to be perfect, and it's not supposed to be 100% absolutely perfect. If it was, then it's not a handcrafted product. Because people, by their nature, are not perfect. Okay. So there's going to be small little things that you'll notice, like, oh, this was hand cut, this was marked. And that's okay. Because that's what distinguishes your product from something that you can buy on Amazon, right? That's made in a factory somewhere. You're never going to know who made it. I can go on a whole rant about that whole situation. Okay. Yeah, I definitely tend to rant a little too much, I think. Regardless, this is the belt end. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and mark just like that. We're going to go ahead and mark the holes and then mark the oblong hole. Okay, and same situation. This end needs to be 17 inches. So I'm going to pull out this guy again. And just do the same thing. 17 inches. Okay. All right, sick. Now I can go ahead, butt that up right against there. I know this isn't the best angle, but it's much easier for me to do this on the table than it is for me to do it on the butcher block. So, trying to work with what we got here, eh? We are almost there, where we'll be able to switch back. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna just chop the ends off, and then we can get back to, okay, this is probably easier for you. Let's see, where are we at here? Okay. Okay. That's half an inch. All right, that's cut. We are going to go ahead and now do this end, and then we'll get switched back over to the butcher block, where you're going to see probably more visually engaging content over there. Actually, I don't need to trim this end. Okay. Awesome. Let's go. I'm going to switch you over. Wait, first I should probably click on it. Okay, perfect. I will check my email once we're done here. By the way, Daniel, you should totally do a YouTube channel of some kind. I understand you don't have access to Instagram, but if you have access to like TikTok or something like that, and obviously you have access to YouTube, this is the best, this is the best opportunity for free marketing that you could ever ask for. That's like the best thing about YouTube. You don't have to put any money into ads. You can potentially reach millions and millions and millions of people. I'm going to go ahead and start the camera. I highly recommend you do it as soon as possible because you want to like get started and then get through your first 20 videos as soon as possible, because your first 20 videos are probably going to suck. And that's just how it is for everyone. But you get through those first 20 videos, you kind of nail down what kind of video you want to make, like what's your style and all that good stuff. And then you go from there, and that's how you really sell, is you do basically exactly what I'm doing. You just offer so much free value that people can't help but want to give you money. Okay. We're gonna switch over to the oblong hole. We're also going to skive the bend back down on this and some of the billets. So I'll move over to the machine table at the end here. Okay. And yeah, I need to make a keeper as well for this actually. Kind of forgot about that. I think I have enough extra, I think I have enough extra stuff to quickly make a keeper on the fly here. Okay. Go ahead, since I already have the rivet punch, I might as well do this end. All right, get the belt end, which, let's see, we're going to use the third smallest for this, or I think I'll go ahead and just stick to the second smallest. And yeah, we just want to make sure our holes are centered relatively. contrast on this is going to be really cool with the black bag. I think actually for the overall construction, I'm going to do everything else first before I do the final sewing and then edge work. So I think I'm going to do everything besides putting the straps on. So I think that next time, so later today I'm going to get some new patterns put together for the other pieces that I need, which is I need to have a trunk handle at the top of the bag. I'm going to need to make a pattern for a shoulder pad, cut it out and dye it black. And I'm going to need to cut out some pockets. And I'm going to do my best to get all that done today, so that by the time we go live tomorrow morning, or night if you're in another country, we are going to have everything put together and we can do all the other details, and then I will also do the braiding. Probably the braiding is going to be alive in and of itself, just because of how long that takes. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the English point. I think the braiding is what I'm most excited for here. I love the braiding. I mean, I love how it looks. Alrighty. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and actually do an English point at this end as well before I cut the taper on here. I think this is going to be the best way to do this. I don't know why I'm getting a large metal sound. And I'm going to go ahead and cut an English point on the other end here. We always do our best to try and keep it centered. Oh boy, that one just exploded out. Okay. We're going to get switched on back over to the other table, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these tapers with the strap cutter. Okay, here we are. This is a strap cutter. And I'm going to set it to 1 inch. So the overall length, or width, I guess, of the straps is 1.5, and I need to taper down. I need to taper down to 1/2 inch. And so what you do is you cut down, so like 1 inch from this end is right where this taper line is, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll just flip this over and do it on the other side. And you're gonna cut down to this part where it goes like that. If you can see, no, you can't really see that mark. You can see it there. You see how the mark kind of goes from the middle out to the end? So we're going to strap down to there, and we're going to take the English point, and we're going to click that out, or punch it out. Okay? Now, the only thing about this technique is that you have to be extremely careful, because one wrong move could mean screwing up your entire project. Okay? Oh, is this Avatar: The Last Airbender? That's awesome. I don't know. I don't see how this is copyright free, but okay, so you see, even I, who have done this before, am having trouble here. I'm going to just open this up a little. And then, there we go. And then I'm going to just push it through very, very carefully. Okay, so you see now, you see this effect, right? You see that middle's cut out. And so I need to do this at that end as well. I'll be honest, this is my least favorite part just because it's so nerve-wracking. But the end effect is going to be worth it. Usually, as well, I wouldn't recommend doing this extreme of a taper. However, I'm working with like the hardware that I have, and right now I don't have any 1-inch clips. I only have 1/2-inch clips, and that's what we're tapering down to, and that's why we're tapering down. I don't know exactly where the clips are, but I will show you here, not today, but probably at some other point, or if we're gonna do if we're gonna set all the rivets today, I'll show you today the clips I'm talking about. Okay, so that's good to go. We're gonna switch back over, and we're gonna punch these out. So then these are done. Whoa, lots of chats. Okay. Yeah. Without unnecessary elements made using... Yes, I agree. 100%. Yeah, they are definitely timeless. So, Daniel, this is something that I've learned. The thing you want to be careful of, right, when you're doing your leather goods, you want to make sure you're not competing with the other leather workers, okay? Do not compare yourself to other leather workers. Make the best thing that you possibly can with your current skill and share your story around the product on social media. That's all you have to do. Comparison is, what is it? The sucker of joy, something like that. All your joy will evaporate if you focus on comparison. So do not compare yourself to others. Only compare yourself to you. There's a quote from Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. I think it's rule number 2. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who someone else is today. And that can be applicable to your entire life, but especially in leather business. Just make the best product you can and market it for your audience. Share your story as much as possible and you will do great. There's enough people on the planet for everyone to get a slice of the money pie, okay? Don't worry about it at all. It took me a while to get used to using the strap cutter. What I found, okay, so when you get it, when you look at it, at least for me, I don't know which kind you have, there's one side, right? There's one side that, do you see how that kind of goes in like that? For some reason, when you buy the strap cutter, this side is on the outside. So this is not where the strap will be. The strap would be on the other side. I don't know why they make it like that. That's stupid. Turn it all around. This will help you cut against that edge perfectly and pull it through perfectly. So that is the biggest thing that I learned. And also make sure that that this like screw is as tight as it can possibly be. You want to make sure that this thing is not going to move at all when you're cutting. And then you also want to just be really careful when you're cutting a straight edge. So like Weaver, okay? Weaver, I believe, offers a service to where they will cut a straight edge on the piece you buy. I don't know where you get your leather, but if you get it from Weaver, you can use that, and they'll have a perfect edge on there, and then you can go based on that. So that's what I would recommend. But yeah, it's definitely something where you just got to practice, and eventually you'll get it. But that's the benefit of like finding a source for some cheap leather that maybe you don't want to make a lot of products out of, but you can practice with. And then just practice the shit out of using the strap cutter and using any other tools that you have that you're not comfortable with yet. Because if you don't use it, it's just some money that you've wasted, and it's going to go down the drain. And especially in the beginning, you don't want that at all when you're running your business and when you're doing this craft. Because this craft is an expensive craft to get into. So everything you buy, you want to use. Okay? All right, we're going to switch back over, and we're going to get going here. I'm also bringing all of these guys over, okay? And I've got small marks, like pen marks on the English point that I used to line everything up. Now with this, in this case, I already have it marked, so it's not a big deal. But if you're tapering without a pattern, it's very helpful. Okay, so in fact, actually, it's also helpful. Don't be afraid to move things around, kind of figure out how to see the mark best and all that good stuff. So I want to make sure this is also in line. Okay, that's one. Kind of looks cool. Oh, maybe you could use that for something. I don't know. So you see the taper now? See the taper effect? So we're going to go ahead and do the other one. Next time I'm going to make sure it doesn't fall. Okay, and this does not have to be perfect. Obviously, you want it to be as close as you can. So I was a little off there. But I think I can always trim that later. Yeah. Okay. That's good to go. We're going to go and do the same thing on the other side. Let's get this. This time, hopefully this won't fall when I do this. Go ahead and turn my fancy schmancy camera on for this. Get this maybe zoomed in a little more. Okay. Trying to multitask for you guys, so. Okay, that's good to go. We are getting there here. Okay, I'm going to, so these are the billets, so go ahead and everything for this punched out. Right? Do that on these, and then the other ones have oblong holes because they're going to be for the body straps. These are going to go on the gussets. And then we're going to get moved over to the machine table because I need to skive all of this down. Not all of it, but the bend backs I need to skive. I don't know why I was missing that so many times. I've got a smaller oblong hole here because I'm using 1-inch buckles for these billets instead of 1.5 inch. Now, the general rule of thumb is if you're doing a 1-inch strap, have a 1-inch oblong, but I don't do that. I do basically 1/2 inch less than the width of the strap. And the reason I do that is because I like the buckle, like the tongue part, I like it to be really, really, really snug. And if I were to do a 1-inch oblong here, that buckle tongue would be just kind of banging around, and I personally don't like that. That's the same way I do my belts. Actually, I can do a little, oh no, I'm not wearing it right now. As I say, I can do a little plug for you, but nope. Okay. So yeah, this is a 5/8 inch oblong, and I use it anytime I need a 3/4 inch oblong or a 1/2 inch oblong, because I can make it work for both of those. And at the time that I bought that, I didn't have a lot of money, so it's just better. You gotta do these things and, you know, find ways to get more for less and all that good stuff. I mean, if you have the money, I would say just buy literally every tool. But if you don't have the money, then you got to do these things and figure out. Oh, there goes the whatever just turned off. Okay, we are for some reason not really wanting to cut through here, huh? All right, I'm going to just... There we go. I don't know why that didn't want to punch through there. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to also go ahead and do an English point at this end. And again, I'm going to just try and... Oh, you know what, actually, since these are the same width, as the body straps we started with, I'm going to go ahead and mark those ends so it matches up, because in the end this is going to be a buckle and then that body strap's going to be coming over like that. So I want everything to be nice and even. I'm going to switch you back over here real quick. And get this marked. Let me move this down so you can see what I'm doing over here. Okay, so I'm going to punch this one and then use it to mark all the other billets. Bring my ball over here. Just set it in that tray. Okay, I've got freaking valet trays everywhere here. I'll show you, actually, if you want to see my organization system. I made these valet trays for a market last summer, and I thought they would sell really well, and they didn't for whatever reason. And I've had them for the longest time. I've been trying to figure out what to do with them. Eventually I was going to just cut them up and use them as scrap. But then when we made the new shop, I realized that I had a lot of stuff that I didn't want to really put into a drawer, and that would be better out. And I'm really happy I saved these, is essentially what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, we're going to just line up. Now, in this case, it's not as important. These are going to go on the gussets. They really don't need to be English points, but if I'm doing the other ones, I might as well do these. So we're getting close here. I think I will go ahead and anything that needs a buckle or clips, I'll go ahead and set any any rivets that I need to set. I'll attach clips and do all that good stuff. I also need to make a keeper, so I'll go ahead and do that as well out of some of the extra strap that I've got. Okay, this could use, I'll trim that later. For right now, it's got a little goatee. We are, okay, yeah. I always like to check, like recheck the camera angles, especially, so I know this is all in frame for the horizontal folks, but I want to make sure that it's in frame for the vertical people as well. So that's why, like, if I stop for a second and kind of look behind me, I've got the camera angles pulled up on my laptop, and so I'm just making sure, double checking everything's on point. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the keeper as well. Now I need to do keepers actually for all of these. Let's see. Okay, this will work out great. Yeah. So I need to do keepers for, well, no, maybe not, actually. No, because I'm using, hold on, let me check. I'm not using center bars, although I can. Okay, I'm going to switch over here real quick. Checking hardware right now to make sure I've got everything. Alright, so we're going to have a little change plans. I think I'm going to use... Okay, that's not the same. Okay. I've got two lighter weight ones, I guess. Alright, we are going to use these center bar buckles instead of the these. So this is my bag of hardware that I've been saving for this project. I was going to use these. If I do, I need to cut keepers because let me just kind of give you an idea of how this is going to go. Right? So this is the buckle end, okay? So I'm just trying to line up. So this is going to be like that, and then this is going to come in here. And it's going to be like that. Now that's all fine and dandy. However, what's going to end up happening, if I just let my thumb off, you see how that's going up like that? So, if I use the center bar buckles instead, happen is the center bar buckle will basically act like its own keeper. Just pull that all the way in. Okay, so you see the difference here is that now it has a bottom side, so when this goes through, which since I haven't skived anything yet, it's all very stiff and hard to get through, but you see my point now, right? So I think that looks better because you're never going to actually take these buckles, like undo these buckles, right? They're just going to be decorative, and there's going to be a snap on the billet end. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad I realized that. So I don't need to cut a keeper for the small ones. I am going to cut a keeper for the big one because this is the big buckle. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I can cut a keeper maybe from one of the extra ends here. If not, I've got this strap that I think should work. If I want to just move my strap cutter down to 1/2 inch, so that's what we're doing here. Then I can go ahead and cut this keeper. Okay. Now I gotta make sure this is open enough. Go ahead and switch it around. We're going to do one long cut here. And I'm just holding it with my thumb. I'm holding it against here. You can see that. And since this is 1 inch, we're actually going to have 2 long pieces. Which I'm going to actually keep both. Okay, so yeah, this is a little change of plans. To be honest, I kind of forgot about the keepers. I'm getting better at planning this stuff out. Also, my computer is on low battery, even though we started at full. It's on 10%. Core. So we're gonna, I don't know, I can go grab my laptop charger real quick. Yeah, if you want to give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Hey. MD Leather 2020. I'll definitely check it out. Sorry, I'm just reading chat right now. I don't know if that page is available for viewing. As an option. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just want to grab my computer charger so we can keep going here until I'm done with this step. Alright. I am back. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna have to unplug something, that's fine. Unplug the sewing machine. Plug in this. Actually, yeah. This is, you can tell this is on the fly. Where's my... extension cord? Alright. We're plugging in the extension cord so you guys can stay right where you are. I don't have to move you to a subpar position. All right. Crisis averted. There we go. We're on the charger. We're back. Everything's still recording. Yes. We're 58 minutes in. Okay, we're back. Hallelujah. Now, I don't know if my internet is good. Oofta. Hey, tell me, guys, tell me if this is super laggy. Is it going smooth or not? I think it's probably not because battery's so low. Oh my god, it's 4%. Alright, we are gonna try and make it through here. But if it loses all battery and this stream ends preemptively, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. We're going to pull out the groover, and we're going to go ahead and take care of these keepers. Okay, we're going to need to set this to 1/8 of an inch. Let's see, have I lost a bunch of people? No, it says 4 watching, okay. Alright, we're gonna do our best here. Yeah, let me know. Is it running smoothly on your guys' end, or is it not? I have no idea whether it's laggy or not. It looks laggy to me, but it might just be my internet, and you guys might be able to see it just fine. For anyone new, we are doing a laptop. What the fuck am I saying? We are doing a briefcase. It's going to have a laptop in it. Doing a briefcase out of leather. It is black on the outside, blue suede on the inside. Today we are working on the straps for the bag. So if I go down like that, you can see all these straps and everything. Got 5 watching, that's awesome. So right now I'm working on the keeper. The keeper is basically, let's see, here is a belt end, right? So this is going to have this buckle on it. I can see someone new joined, so I just want to show you what's going on here. Right, so this is going to be strap end, or this is going to be part of the shoulder strap, and what we're doing here is we're making the part that will keep, hence the name keeper, right? So this is going to go around here, and then the other strap's going to go underneath there. So that's what I'm working on now. And then we're going to be finishing up here. We're going to do a little bit of skiving, a little bit of everything here. Alright, we're also going to go ahead and bevel the, right, so this is an edge beveler. For me, when I do the keepers, I only bevel the top. I think it kind of looks cool where it's like sloped down like that and it doesn't go all the way around. I think it has a cool look. It's a very, very, very minor detail, but I think it just has a cool shape and everything, so. And I'm using my bigger beveler since this leather is so thick. My like nicer but smaller beveler will take almost nothing off of here, so I saved that one for any wallets or anything like that, or I'll probably use it for the bag as well on the gussets. Alright, and then I'm going to cut one piece, put some holes in it, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw the same finish that I have in all the other straps onto the keeper. And then we're going to start skiving and doing all that good stuff. We're going to see these straps come together here in a minute. Okay, so what I do to measure how long I need the keeper to be is I'll take two pieces. So I know these are, right? I'll take two pieces. This top piece is representing the end of the strap. It's going to go in like that. And then let's see, this end straight, I just take it like this, wrap it around, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so you see it like that. And then I will just make a mark with my thumbnail, like so. Can you see that? Yeah, you see it. And then I'll take my utility knife and we'll just cut that. And then I will just punch a hole at either end, right? And then it'll just be like that, and the end with the rivet, the side with the rivet will be inside the strap, so you won't see it. Okay. I'm gonna move you back to the workshop camera. Alright? I'm gonna move you back to the workshop camera. Hello, new viewer. I just saw we got another viewer on the YouTube. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're gonna move back and we are going to do some skiving. I'm gonna move the camera around and do all that good stuff. So let's go. All right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and move you over here. This is the machine table. It's a little bit of a mess, admittedly, right now. Primarily it's because I've got the other bag, which, hint, hint, I'm doing another bag, sitting on there right now. It shouldn't be sitting on there, admittedly, but, okay, I'm just making sure everything's good. You know what? Just to set a good example, I am going to move this. It should be sitting on my staging table. That's what it's for. Yeah, that other bag, I'm planning on making it for myself. Although, if people really like it, I could just sell it and make another one. I always end up making really cool stuff, and then I never end up leaving any of it for me. Okay. Zoom out. Sorry, I'm also setting I'm setting my other camera. Okay, we're gonna hit record on that. We're good for Instagram and YouTube. Oh, we lost 2 people. It's okay. Picture is normal, so okay, cool. Picture is slow, the equipment can't handle it. Your RAM is loaded. Don't overheat the equipment. Well, yeah. I mean, this laptop was charging all night, so I don't know why it's slow right now. We're gonna try and keep going and see what happens. Okay. Don't need to. I'm just selecting which ones I need to skive down. I think it's everything, and we're going to do the bend backs as well. I'm going to get all of these guys need to be skived down. So we're going to start with this guy, and I'm going to just hold it and just pull, and there you go. I already have it set because I do this. I could probably skive it a little more, but you see, I think we go ahead and skive it a little more. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't need to skive anything else on this one. We're going to go ahead and do, this is what this is usually used for, is for the buckle end. I like to just make sure everything's flat. There we go. See how easy it is now to bend it. Okay. Go ahead and do these guys now. And anytime that kind of happens like that, I can just trim that off with my utility knife. Yeah, with the smaller ones, I can't get as much force when I'm pulling. So I'm going to have kind of messier ends, but it's okay. I can always trim it. All right. I know it's not the prettiest, probably not good example for health and safety, but what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to move you back. We are going to trim. Hello? We're going to trim. Oh, we lost another person. We will have some coffee, my friend. I'm gonna down so much coffee, it's gonna fucking fuel an entire country when I'm done with this. What's your favorite kind of coffee, Daniel? Curious. Oh boy. Oh man, yeah, definitely buy it. $25, that's... I spent like $100 on that piece of junk. I think your economy might be better than mine, I don't know. You got a pretty freaking crazy president right now, so... I don't think he really knows what he's doing. Yeah, so I'm just trimming off any of the ends here, and then we're gonna set these rivets. Well, I'm not gonna do the two of the billets are not gonna get done until I have everything sewn. But these two are gonna, well, maybe I'll do them. Depends on how they fit on the gussets, because I don't want to sew having to deal with a bunch of gussets and D-rings and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna move the workshop camera back over to where we were originally, and we're gonna finish up here, I think. Going for a little ride. Okay, we're back. I need to punch a hole for the keeper. Going with the little rivet. Alrighty, so that's ready to go. Now we are going, so I've got all of my rivets and everything in this blue little medicine cabinet, you'll see in that guy right there, okay. Yeah, I've also been having problems with my internet lately, so if it's a little slow, that's probably why. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start by doing the keeper. I'm doing antique brass hardware, so requires antique brass rivets, and I'm doing just small size, the mini size, I guess. I've got small, medium, and large. I guess it's small then. All right, I want this to be literally as snug as possible. So go ahead and on there, hold that guy down, find the correct setter, right? And then go ahead and do that. Boom. That is never coming out. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Actually, since I've got the buckle end here anyways, you're going to see now. This is going to go like so. We're going to grab the buckle. And then go ahead and get 2 rivets. Now, I'm not going to use the small ones. I'm going to use probably the medium. Oh, I don't have the finish on there, but actually I kind of like, it's ever so slightly different on the keeper, and I think that actually is going to work out like that great. Okay, so you're going to see, you're going to see what this is going to look like. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set one right away. Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and set it right on my quartz slab. Alright, so that's really set in there. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one now. We're going to just get this moved up here. Just like that. Now I don't have to go all the way to the end. Alright. Oh, okay. So we had a bad set. Alright, I'm going to have to redo these. I'm going to redo them off camera. Okay. In the meantime, we are going to do the clips. Alright, you can see Oh, he catches it. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the smaller jobbers. Okay. Can you tell I'm not used to doing this stuff live? It's the first time I've ever done a whole project live, so I'm trying. I'm a trying. Okay. We got that one good to go. Now we're going to have this one good to go. Okay, and we're going to set both. And yes, this is going to be a little loose, but once it's down like that, it actually won't matter. So I'm not really worried about that. Right, I'm going to just do the other one here. And we're going to do buckles on the other, on the two billets, and then we are going to call it done here for today. Well, I'll check if there's any remaining chats that I haven't looked at yet before I end it off today. Although we lost several people here. That's okay. Go. Alrighty. So we got that. Those are really good sets. I'm going to have to redo these rivets. But that's okay. We are going to grab our center bar buckles. And we're going to go ahead and get these cut. Or not get them cut. Get them set. I'm just trying to think how it's going to go. It's going to go this way. Okay, we're gonna get that on. I'll place it off the end here because of just the way this buckle is. Grab our setter. Make sure it's good and firm on there.
good smacks, and I think we are set. Yeah, so this is going to be the end, and then there's going to be a snap. Here it's going to snap to the bag. So we're going to do one more of those, and then we are going to call it done today. Okay. Couple of good sets. Okay. There we go. That is what a couple of billets look like. Okay, I'm going to switch it back over and we're going to cap this baby off.
All right. We went on a little bit of an adventure today. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. We did straps, just as an overview. We got clips on, right? Buckles on. We did a keeper. More clips. We punched a whole bunch of holes. Got some billets done. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I apologize for bad internet and all the rest of it. Tomorrow, I think we're going to try and do the shoulder pad, trunk handle, and pockets, if I can do that. So, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I have been Nikola Arangelovich. This has been Arangela, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.